Hey guys, what is up? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to part 12 of the Victorian mansion Let's Build. How's everybody doing? We are back today to continue to work on this thing. So look at this, we have some construction going on back here. We got some progress being made. Today I want to work on the sunroom. I said I was going to start off the episode with that at the end of last episode. We're going to fix up some things on the inside, maybe fix up the windows a little bit. I'm thinking about actually making them 3 in the middle, then 2 on each side instead, just to give myself a little bit more space in the interior. And then we'll just continue to start to fill in the rest of the walls in the back, maybe work on the roof a little bit today. So we have some big plans. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some pillared quartz, and I think I'm going to grab some stairs and some white stained glass, not black stained glass. We're going to be using some white stained glass for the sunroom, just because I feel like black stained glass makes it a little bit more tinted, so the white stained glass will allow it to, you know, the sun to shine through a little bit better. So that's what we're going to do to start off today. Okay guys, so I'm just going to start off by placing some pillared quartz. I think I'm just going to take it 3 blocks up, and then maybe we'll take it, no, we'll go to here, and then I'm going to leave that block sandstone. I'm going to come down several blocks here, so we're probably going to go like pretty much to the end. Probably like right here will be good. Fill this in, and I'm going to add 3 more. And then in the middle, what I like to do is do an upside down stair, so it kind of just adds a little bit more detail to it. That looks pretty good. And then what I think I'm going to do is throw down the white stained glass behind that. And we'll have to see how that looks on the interior. You know, so far so good, but you know, nothing's 100% certain until the end. So I'm going to throw down some fences right there, some dark oak wood. You might be thinking, Dan, that looks like a prison or a jail cell. It's just supposed to be some sort of like window lining, and then from a distance it starts to look, you know, a little bit better. So I'm gonna leave it. You know, I might end up. Whoa, where am I going? Flying the wrong way. Yeah, but I'm gonna leave it there for now. But eventually, you know, I might come back and make it look a little bit different. But I'm just gonna leave that right there, and hopefully it'll turn out nice. I'm gonna place some upside down quartz stairs underneath that just to frame that shape. And then, speaking of that kind of stuff, I'm going to throw down a classic Dangeles anvil right there to just kind of finish off that wall. But that looks pretty good. Could add a little bit more to that, but I think that looks pretty nice. So, moving on over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a spot. I'm going to take up some pillared quartz, kind of have it run all the way up to here. Same thing goes on this side, kind of 3 blocks away from the edge, I guess you could say. So we got the count of 3 right there. And in fact, we could add some Dangeles anvils right there. Why not? So let's throw that down, and it actually kind of works because it kind of shapes the corner with those. And I've been adding those things since 2013, so we're just going to keep on throwing them down. Pretty much ever since anvils came out, those have been added. And then basically because this thing is getting extended out of the wall a little bit, that requires the roof to be changed a little bit, which is fine because I have come prepared. I know exactly what I want to do with this. And then I think that should be good. So basically I'm just going to take some slabs and have them run across. I'm going to break these and just have these run all the way down like this. And then all I have to do is just simply follow the pattern that I've already laid down for this roof, but just to have it extend out 1 block. It's real simple. That's one of the great things about, you know, putting together a nice roof that's not complicated and just a simple roof to follow, because if you ever need to make changes to it, it's really just about, you know, following the pattern pretty much and just kind of connecting all the shapes together. Super easy. So I'm just going to keep on, well, you have to place the right blocks first. That's the most important thing. I'm just going to go ahead and keep on turning this thing, and eventually we're going to get to a point where it's going to kind of intercept at the top here, and then we're going to have to expand the anvils as well. So we are actually at that point, so I'm going to break these anvils going all the way down. We're going to have that open up, and this is going to run across right here. And then I'm going to just kind of continue that shape, place 3 more anvils, and then I'm going to quickly grab some stone slabs and then actually just some regular stone. We're going to start by placing the stone right there, and then the slabs right here. And then I think that's going to be a pretty good little extension to the side of that. So just adds a little bit to it, you know, something simple. And eventually I think I'm going to add some lighting up here as well, because I want this sunroom to be very bright, have a lot of natural lighting in it. So I'm going to have to find a way to add some ceiling lights in this thing. I'll probably throw some skylights from the top going down, maybe some windows like on that big, you know, steep roof part of this thing that we've been kind of going with this entire theme. So we're going to probably do something like that. So the next thing I got to do is just try to figure out what I want to do with this design. So I think I'm going to add some quartz stairs underneath here. Hopefully that won't create too many lighting defects. We have had some problems with the lighting defects so far on this build, but you know, you just kind of have to deal with it, I guess. I'm gonna run this down with some of these right here, and actually, is that window too high up? Let me just do a quick check on the other side. Really simple to fix this problem. I'm just gonna open this up, and this is going to be where the floor is gonna be, and yep, the windows are perfect. They are right above it, just one block above, like we've been talking about, and that's kind of like what you go for when you're doing these things. You got to make sure when you start on a front wall for a house, you got to make sure that the floors line up before you can proceed, or it's just going to completely mess you up. You got to make sure that the windows are going to line up nicely and all that stuff, and it's probably one of the most important things about, you know, starting a house build, just some of the basics. So anyway, we'll just kind of fill that in right now. While we're at it, might as well just do it. And then I'm going to kind of finish this design out here. So I think I'm going to add some upside down stairs running across here, very similar to what we had on the other window. And then down here, I think just the simple thing to do would just be just fill this in with some smooth sandstone. Grab some dark oak wood fences again, and just kind of add the prison cell look. Not really, but something like that on the sides. And there we go. I think we have a nice little, you know, double window action there. Big windows that kind of fill the room with light. Well, it's dark in here right now, but that's because light doesn't travel very well in Minecraft. But we're gonna work around that issue later on. So anyway, that looks nice. Over here, what do we want to do with this? What I think well, my initial idea was I was gonna add a big window here, something like this. Here, I'll show you. Actually, how do I want to do this? I think I'm going to have the window go right here, like that, and then I'll have a dark oak wood door go right there, and then I'll just start to kind of take this shape out a little bit. And this is just going to be a small little side porch on this build. Again, we're just going to kind of go with that same theme with the stone bricks and the quartz and all that stuff, and get some dark oak wood stairs as well. This is going to be real simple, guys, real simple. Take some chiseled, pillared quartz, whatever you want to call it. Take that as well. I'm just going to start to fill this in. This might be a little bit too fancy here, so we're going to have to, you know, just kind of, you know, play with it a little bit, but I'm going to see what I can come up with right now just off the bat. And there we go. Whoops. Wait, no, that's like that. And then I think what I'm going to do is just simply place some stairs there. And then all I need to do is add an anvil, and that's pretty much what I want to do with this. Don't want to add like a porch on it over or anything like that. I could, because I could just expand this roof out a little bit. I actually might do that. That might be cool, but for now I think I'm going to go with that. And then I can always switch this out for some upside down quartz stairs, just adding more and more detail to things. Place a full block right there, and I think we can just kind of simply take some quartz slabs and just kind of drop those on top, and there we go. We have ourselves a small little side porch there. Not 100% sure how I like these like big bulky quartz things. Could probably just get rid of those, honestly, and just you know, keep it simple. Do something like this. Just kind of connect it like that. Nothing too crazy. And then what we could do is over here, I can change this a little bit, and then have that go like that maybe. Or even just, I actually kind of like it with the full blocks in the bottom and then the upside down stairs above that. That looks pretty good. I mean, you can't really go wrong with this kind of thing. It's just a small little touch, but I'm happy with that. That looks pretty nice. So we're gonna move on. Let me just kind of take one last look at it here. Yeah, so this is just gonna be kind of a little a back door to the house, pretty much. And I'm gonna have like a garden back here, I think, like a really nice garden back here behind the sunroom. And this is just like one of the little gates to the front yard, I guess. We're going to add landscaping to this thing out the wazoo, which makes me think that it might run longer than 16 episodes. It's probably going to take 16 episodes to finish the house itself, and then we might have maybe a couple episodes for landscaping just to kind of add on. But let's move on. Let's go ahead and start to change up these windows a little bit. Last episode, I decided on a 3x4 on the bottom. 3 sets of 3x4. I'm changing it up a little bit, guys. I think I'm going to make like one window in the middle, which is 3x4. And then the other ones are going to be 3x2. Same thing up here. Instead of 3x3 on all three, we're going to do 3x3, 3x2. So something like that. The reason why I wanted to do this is because I didn't like how it's kind of sticking over top of those things. Even though it does it right there, it's different because it's kind of lined up. So I've been trying to make sure everything looks lined up. And just kind of fill this in. I'm just like the offensive coordinator of this build. I'm just trying to make sure my entire offense is lined up properly. everything's all got to be all symmetrical and perfect. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this in. Just surprisingly odd football reference for a Minecraft Let's Build. Let's just take this and just kind of get this glass filled in here. And the cool thing about this is I can just kind of fill it in on the inside, and it just can look super basic, and then I can come in and add detail. And on the exterior, we can just go crazy with it. So I think I'm going to do some upside down stairs here. This might not look good, but I'm going to at least give it a shot. I have some other ideas that I could try. And then up above this, I'm going to do some regular stairs like that. And then what I think I might be able to do with this is actually just to pretty much just fill it in with some pillared quartz on the other side. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to add that just yet, but we'll play with it. And then up here, I think I'm just going to do just quartz stairs on the bottom of the windows, because on the top, then it kind of messes with this, and then that just gets all crazy, and I just don't want to deal with it. So anyway, last episode I said I was going to talk about this design here, so I'm going to break these anvils real quick and just reevaluate what I want to do with this. A couple of thoughts just initially popping off the top of my head. We had to grab some quartz slabs and just kind of, I don't know, let's just go ahead and grab some stained clay, because I placed it wrong. Kind of just do that on both sides and place a slab on top and a slab on top. And then I think I might just be able to jump like every other block here. So we got, let me count this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 11. So if we make jumps, then we're probably going to have to do 2 blocks wide here. Which actually, if I think about that, that might actually work, because it kind of like lines that entrance right there nicely. So that could work actually very nicely. I'm going to put that right there. I've always been wanting to do that. And I think if I just continue that, I think that lines up pretty nicely. Wait, no, that's the wrong block. Because that lines up with the door in the middle, which is always good. And then this lines up. Oh, yeah, this is great. That's just going to be plentiful. Plentiful. That makes no sense. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is grab the anvils again. But first I should probably do some more detail like this. So I'm going to put some upside down stairs below this, below that. And then now we can put the anvils on top. And that's going to go all the way across. And then I think I'm just going to kind of just keep this going and add some more upside down stairs underneath. Just keep on adding more detail. And then underneath of the pillared quartz, I think I'm going to do regular stairs, just so it's not all the same block, all the same angle and stuff like that. And how's this look? That looks pretty fine. I'm happy with that, so we'll roll with that. And then I want to do is I want to add another Dangeles anvil right here, since we have a 5-block space. We can do right in the middle there, 2 blocks on each side, and that looks splendid. So Dangeles anvil, we have I guess the connection to the staircase on the 2nd floor. We have the connection to the foyer. We have the balcony on the 2nd floor that looks into the great room. Starting to come together, everybody. I like this. So next thing I'm going to do is grab some pillared quartz. And basically, I'm just going to kind of run this down here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to come on the other side here and fix this. So that's going to have to go there. And basically, just going around this room, I'm just going to add some pillared quartz. Just kind of lining the wall. And this is more or less representing, I guess, a separation between the 1st and 2nd floor throughout the rest of the house. So in theory, this is where the ceiling would be if this was not a vaulted ceiling with like super tall room. So that's kind of like what this represents. And that kind of runs down and just adds a little bit more detail to the room. And what I could do even, I actually could do something like this. And this is an absolute possibility. I could just have this go down with some pillared quartz and just kind of, I'll probably end up doing this like a lot throughout the house. Kind of just like lining all the floors of the house with some, well, the bottoms of the walls, I guess, with some pillared quartz. This is something I've done a lot in the past, and you know, still something I'd like to do. So we can for sure add some of this throughout the build. And I just destroyed that Dangeles anvil. All right, and have this run down or just kind of connect. And I'm not even sure if this is going to be something I'll keep on the build, but you know, we'll see. And then that looks pretty sweet. So on this side, you know, eventually we'll add that as well, but it's something I can definitely keep for now. I think that looks pretty nice, just kind of surrounding this area. And then over here, I'm not really sure how I would do anything different here. I'm not sure. I don't really mind it, honestly, kind of just connecting to the edge. So anyway, I think this room is kind of done for now. I think we can move on to something else. So let's fly back outside here, and then let's just start working on detailing this wall, because I think we can do something kind of cool with this. And I'm just gonna kind of have to take a step back and look at this thing. So what I was thinking about doing is starting off with the bottom windows and then moving to the top. So let's just do that first, and we're gonna clear the inventory real quick. And I don't think I'm gonna do too much with the bottom windows. I think the top ones are gonna be a little bit more detailed since they are showing from the outside, as opposed to these that are just underneath the porch, so they're not as prominent on the build. I'm just gonna go ahead and place some upside down stairs to start. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and place some dark oak wood planks underneath of there just to kind of replace those. Do some upside down stairs to start, and I think above this as well I'm gonna throw down some upside down stairs. And we still have an extra gap here, which is fine because we can add our ceiling for the porch here, which is going to be quartz, of course. Just everything is starting to come together real nicely, guys. I started saying that last episode, and I still feel that same way here today. This thing is coming together. It's not going to be too much longer before the exterior on this thing is done. The house itself, we still have to do landscaping like I just said earlier, but at least we have that filled in. That's looking pretty solid. I like that. So that's filled in now. And one thing I want to do for this part, and in fact I'm gonna quickly throw down some more anvils and just kind of take these across right next to the windows on both sides. Never can add enough greenery to a build. I think the combination of green from the leaves and then the yellow sandstone is just a great combination of colors that has worked great throughout this whole build. And one thing that I noticed that I did on the front of this that I kind of forgot about is the entrance where the staircase is, where these pillars are actually extended one block past the rest of it. So I think I am going to do that same exact style on the other side. So we're just going to kind of fly back over here, and I think I'm going to do something similar. So basically what I'm going to do is kind of just push those out one extra block, and that's kind of how this is going to work. So I think I'll just start off by basically just extending this out. So this is going to kind of stick out like this and just kind of follow the pattern. And this is something I don't think will take too much time, hopefully. But basically I just kind of have to go like this and basically just push everything out one extra block. And I've done this before, so it shouldn't be too hard to kind of replicate this. I'm going to go like that, place that with that. And then these are going to get pushed out one block. I think I might have messed that up. I don't know. I can't really tell. So we need the cobblestone walls, which I always forget where they are, but I found them quick that time. So we're going to fill this in. And then this is going to be a block of quartz there, block of quartz there. And we'll probably put a stair there and a stair there. Extend this out. This is something that's a little bit trickier than it looks because you have to you still have to memorize the design because you're breaking it as you're changing it, so you still have to kind of make sure that you're looking at it and making sure that you know it. I don't think I'm going to focus on this thing right now. I think I'm just going to do it from the front, and then I think it'll kind of work itself out on the back. So getting back to business over here, what I need to do is extend this kind of like all the way through like this with the pillared quartz. Just kind of have this go all the way up. Connect that there and there. We can break these slabs. And then underneath here I'm going to place some upside down stairs, and then I think I'll just do some sideways pillared quartz running across right there with some slabs going over that, some more upside down stairs, and this is a little bit different, but I still think it'll turn out nice. And then I'm gonna go with I guess a slab and a slab, and this will go like that, and then that'll run across there. Actually, that'll kind of go like that probably. And what I could do is I could do that probably. That look pretty good, and I can place those there, and just like that we have that kind of extended outwards. And then what I can do is place some stairs on the side like this, and then maybe some more slabs like that, just kind of running across and connecting. Might look pretty nice. That looks pretty good. I still think it needs some refining, but it'll get there, guys. It really will. Okay, so that'll go like that, and I gotta keep that. So change of plans. We're gonna do that, and that will go there. Okay, I just gotta figure out what I gotta do with this part. So maybe some more quartz slabs again, and oh, I have an idea. We'll do that. There we go. And then maybe we can actually just, oh, we can just expand those around. That's perfect. Aha, we have figured it out, guys. I like that. That looks pretty good. So, yeah, I think that's good. We kind of have that expanded out one extra block, and don't want to spend too much more time on that, but I think that looks pretty solid. So, next thing we want to do is start to, I guess, detail these windows up here. So, what I was thinking about for this is just kind of doing something, you know, it's just going to be pretty much the similar design that we've been doing throughout the build. So, I'm just going to get to work here, and you guys can just watch me do it. Should I expand this out as well in the middle? Because we kind of match at the front. Probably a smart idea. I'm going to grab some smooth sandstone. Going to take this, go straight up. And this will probably work with the roof and make it look a little bit more fancy, because we are going to do a little bit of roofing today. Alright, so that's looking good. Probably going to still fill this in with the quartz here, just because. Kind of next to the other side. We'll do that. Place some slabs there, and that window is still going to be 2 blocks indented, but I'm just going to leave it like that for now. I'm going to do some upside down stairs here and some upside down stairs here, and I'll probably expand those out with some slabs possibly. Place some more pillared quartz in that slot. Yeah, so I want to kind of extend that out in front, so that extension might be a little bit too far. Or maybe it isn't. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll fill this in with some pillared quartz and then do that. That looks pretty good. And then over here, I'm going to continue to expand these slabs like this. Same thing goes on this side. We got to place the upside down stairs first. Expand the slabs like that. And then that looks pretty good. You know what I could do? I could actually place a slab there and there. And that would kind of like make those windows look like they're like curving a little bit from the distance. Ooh, I like that. It looks good. Okay, so now we got to place some upside down stairs here. We're just placing stairs and slabs, and that's just the theme of this build, guys. It's just been a lot of detail, just a lot of, you know, replacing blocks and adding new ones and all this stuff. It's been a doozy, but this thing has come together, like I've been saying. Okay, so that goes up a few blocks. Probably will only take that up a couple, because then the roof is going to start to collide right into this thing. And speaking of the roof, this is where it's going to run across. I'll probably just kind of have this go through, and it'll go straight out this way. And we'll work on that another time. So we have this space here, and then what I think I'm going to do is probably add some sort of extra roof. I think it would be wise for me to start the roof now. That way I can kind of like just add that later on or whatever I'm adding here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break this, because I think I'm going to, I don't know why I even did this in the first place, because I knew I was going to have to expand this. This is going to go around like this and run straight down through here and then turn. Go out that way. So right here, yeah, this just kind of extends basically. Nothing to it. How is this gonna work? I could just leave that. Yeah, let's just leave that indent. That's fine. Gonna add some more stone. This is the part where I gotta focus a little bit, guys. I apologize, but it's just, this is something that, you know, is a little bit tricky. This is a harder part of the build. So last episode we were kind of doing the easy stuff, but today is the real grind. So something like that. I don't know if you know what I might do? Since that's 5 there, that's 3 there, I might actually move this over 1 block, so it's kind of like 4 and 4. Look a little bit more nice and symmetrical. So like that might look a little bit better. So it's like 4 and 4. That looks better, for sure. Okay, and then, again, this is going to continue, so... Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to account for the change. Oh, wait, hold on a second, guys. False alarm, we might have jumped the gun here a little bit. So this is going to go around like this, run straight through, connect to this side. We'll just go to the edge for now. I always forget that this roof curves a little bit, and I made the same mistake on the garage at one point. Okay, and then this would turn here instead, and kind of go down like this. And then I got to grab some smooth sandstone, fill that in. Oh, no, that's not right. Don't do that. Okay, so there we go. And then the last thing I got to do is place a block there, place a block there, anvil, slab, slab. So now this is 3 and 4, which is different. So that's a little bit interesting. I'm not sure how I like that. You know, I think the 3-4 is actually fine. I don't mind that. Originally, I wanted to do like even, so it was like, you know, 4 and 4. But 3 and 4 is not that bad. I don't have really that much of an issue with it to change everything about the build. So anyway, extending these anvils down to like here, right? Then what I need to do is take this out at some point. So I kind of have an idea for this. I'm going to run some slabs around this right here and connect it across. And then what I'm going to do is have this go across like this. And this is just going to be an extension of the roof. As simple as that. So this is going to go down like this and turn like that. Place a block there, 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 and there with slabs on top. And then we have our 5 anvils that we're going to have to place here. There we go. This is going to get filled in with stone at some point since we got the flat roof build. Alright. And how's that looking? That looks pretty solid. There's still some details that I could definitely add to this thing for sure. Detail number 1 is I could add some quartz upside down right here and right here. So there we go. And then what I want to do is I like to do this on some of my bigger builds is I like to throw the signature on it and put a sideways stair right there. And there we go, guys. We have our L for standing for lags. We did this on the Alpine Mansion. Dead center of the Alpine Mansion has an L. Couldn't find a spot for it on the front of the house. There's your L right there on the back. So, guys, look at this. It's starting to come together a little bit. This back wall is starting to really take some shape here. So, making some good progress on it, guys. I like it. So next episode, everybody, we're going to start to do some of the tedious things. And some of the tedious things include filling in the walls. I'm going to do some speed ups for that. Filling in the ceilings of the first floor and the floors of the second floor. We're going to do some speed ups for that. And then basically this wall right here, which is like the furthest extended wall on the back of the house, is going to be a copy paste job from the front. Since it's kind of like symmetrical straight across, we planned that out pretty nicely. And then this wall here I think is going to be pretty simple. I'm going to add a fireplace on it and stuff like that. And then we'll continue to expand the roof. But honestly, you know, I don't want to put like, I don't want to jump the gun or put too high expectations on it. But I think we should be able to close off the exterior of the house next episode. Hopefully. You know, don't quote me on that. You know, it might take 2 more episodes. But I think next episode, which would be episode 13, I think we should be able to close off the exterior of the house and just kind of have it done. So. And that includes the roof. So then from there, we can start to focus on filling in the floor plan on the interior, including the first and second floor and the attic and maybe even a basement. And then after that, we can get into the landscaping. But guys, slowly but surely, this thing is starting to take some form here. This back is looking pretty detailed and nice. Can't say that I don't like it. I think it looks pretty good. So thanks for watching, everybody. It's been Dan. I'm even holding the L in my hand. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, and I will see you guys in episode 13 of the Let's Build. Peace out.